Hi, I'm Renee Rochelle, the founder and president of One True Match. I'm here to help you find and cultivate the love of your life. For over a decade, I've dedicated my life to the importance, purpose, and dynamic of human relationships. My team and I are disciplined by faith, love, and integrity to help our clients find the quality relationship they've always dreamt of. Each week, I will be sharing the tools and tips I've learned that have rooted my success as a matchmaker with other leaders around the world.
Hello, loves. I hope you have had an incredible week. Welcome back to One True Talks, where we have real conversations about love, relationships, and keeping love at the center. Today, we're going to talk about healthy fights, stronger marriage, breaking unhealthy habits, and communication with love. We're going to talk about something that every couple deals with. How to argue in a way that's actually healthy. Let's be real. Fights happen. Even in the best relationships, there will be disagreements. The question is, are we fighting in a way that brings us closer, or are we fighting in a way that pushes us apart? So today, we're covering the difference between a healthy fight and an unhealthy one. Why the silence treatment is toxic, and how the 5-hour rule and 72-hour rule can help us break bad communication habits. Because let's face it, God didn't call us to avoid conflict, but He did call us to handle it with wisdom and love. So grab your Bible, your journal, and a beverage of choice, and let's get into it. So, what does a healthy fight actually look like? A healthy argument focuses on solving a problem, not attacking the person. Involves listening more than talking. Leaves both people feeling heard and respected. An unhealthy argument turns into a petty blame game. Involves yelling, shutting down, and bringing up the past. And ultimately feels like a complication instead of a conversation. One of the best verses to keep in mind when you're in the middle of a disagreement is Proverbs 15:1, that reminds us a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. That means your tone matters. The way you say something can make it all the difference. Are you speaking with love, or are you speaking to win? Okay, let's talk about the silent treatment. If you've ever been on the receiving end of it, you know how painful it feels. And if you've ever been the one doing it, let's be honest. You were probably trying to prove a point, right? Here's the problem. The silent treatment isn't a way to set boundaries. It's a way to shut someone out. It's not solving anything. It's creating more distance. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking a moment to calm down before responding. In fact, that's healthy. But shutting down completely, that's not the move. The Bible tells us in James 1:19, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. So instead of shutting down, let's try this. Say, I need a moment to gather my thoughts, but I want to talk about this. So set a time to come back to the conversation. Even if it's later in the day, pray about your response before you react. Now, here's a tool that can change the way you communicate. The 5-hour rule and 72-hour rule. The 5-hour rule, if you're upset, don't react immediately. Take a pause, calm down, pray about it, and reflect. After 5 hours, I want you to come back to your mate and try to have a discussion about one topic at a time. This is when a lot of our couples take a pause to be able to communicate truly deep down inside what they're feeling. If in 5 hours you need more time at least you both know you're coming back together because you love each other and you've thought about it from both perspectives. The 72-hour rule, if something is bothering you more than 3 days, it probably needs to be addressed. But if after 72 hours you realize it's not that big of a deal, let it go. So the 72-hour rule is really designed to help us to reflect, to process, and respond in a matter of something that we feel needs to be discussed and that isn't that important in the moment. This helps you avoid unnecessary fights while also making sure you don't bottle things up. It's about choosing your battles wisely. And let's not forget, in Proverbs 29:11, a fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man holds it back. Translation: not every problem needs a reaction, but the real ones deserve a conversation. So, in conclusion, at the end of the day, conflict is normal, but the way we handle it, that is what makes or breaks a relationship. Instead of silent treatment, choose communication. Instead of reacting, take time to reflect. Instead of fighting to be right, fight to understand. This week, I challenge you to use the 5-hour rule and the 72-hour rule and the next time something upsets you. And most importantly, invite God into the conversations. Start it off with prayer. Ask God to speak through the two of you, and He will. That's it for today for One True Talks. If this episode speaks to you, share it with your friends or your partner, and always keep God in the center. And I promise you, love will follow. Next week, we're going to talk about faith over frustration, letting go with grace. I hope you have a fabulous week and can't wait for our next chat. God bless.
It's been another great talk on this episode of One True Talks by Renee Rochelle. I look forward to our next chat. Please write in your questions and comments so I can be sure to talk about whatever it is you want to discuss in our next upcoming episode. Lots of love. God bless. XOXO.